What's going on, world? It's your homie Sensei Rip, and I'm back again with another video. As we all know, last week Kanye made a shocking confession about doing sexual acts with his cousin. Okay, of course, a lot of people took to social media to give their reaction. Platform in particular, it is what it is, right? Cam and Mase, they've been, doing a pretty good job as far as creating their own platform. Speaking on sports, you got Cam. He's created his own platform, right? What is it? Talk with Flea. They've been working. You know what I mean? So now Cam and Mase, we know about the history. Both Cam and Mase have some relationship with Kanye. So knowing that, they gave their take. And to try to sum it up, Cam wasn't feeling sorry for Kanye. Everybody's like, pray for Ye. And, we can all agree. Try to give Kanye as much grace as possible because clearly he doesn't want to reciprocate the energy. But I will say, when it came to last week, Kanye hearing the comments made from Cam and Mase, Kanye said, look, there's two people I want to go back and forth with, 50 and Cam. You know what I mean? Now, of course, he still continued on his rant, but after responding to Cam and Mase, Cam and Mase decided to respond to Kanye's reaction to their comments. So y'all know how we do, man. Let's check out this clip. Before we get into it, y'all know, hit that like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. But this was interesting. Very interesting.
He said about you.
Hold up. See, look, we getting right to it. All right, y'all. We get right to it.
Chilling, man. Chilling.
That's what's up.
What you got going on?
No, what's up with your son, man? He's still your son. That's my nephew. That's your son. That's my nephew now. Get your son under control, man. What we doing with him? Is he disowned, or is he going? Are you gonna have a talk with him?
I'm gonna have a talk with him. I have to have a talk with him.
All right, so we not disowning him.
Nah, I'm not just yet. All right. I'm gonna fly to California tomorrow, man.
All right.
See where he's at, man. Cause we gotta talk, man. I don't like what I'm hearing.
All right, no, that's all good.
You hear what he said about you?
Yeah, that's why I'm talking to you. Because I don't usually talk to niggas who suck dick. Once they suck dick, I don't go back. I don't go back and forth once you admit you suck dick. That's just me. That's what I'm trying.
That part ain't my son.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What are we doing? That's what I'm asking. Because if you giving him a pass,
I can't give him no pass.
I'm not going back and forth.
I didn't hear all that, but
we talked about it last week.
Yeah, I gotta walk away.
Yeah, like that's what the whole thing was about. I was just like, I know how you stand on business. I didn't know if we had, it was what's it called, the intervention. If you was gonna have
I was trying to have the intervention, but I can't stand.
All right, it might have been a phase.
So what Cam is saying is that his whole phase is up. He can have his whole phase deleted.
Listen,
that's what Drea said.
No, you could delete being a hoe. What Drea said. But Dre ain't a man who sucked dick. That's what I'm saying. Listen, if you like it, I love it. I'm following your lead on this.
This is uncharted territory. These are conversations we never had in hip hop. This is uncharted territory. Please forgive me for all my response. I don't know what to say on this. I gotta pray.
Oh man! All right.
Well, real quick, just for context, can I read what he said? Because the audience is probably like, "But what did he say?"
Yeah.
Because I want you guys' reaction. So, Ye, in a deleted tweet, he said, "How Cam say I'm doing anything bad for Chicago? Chicago loves me. I love Cam. It's niggas like you that had me shook to release the song, but I ain't scared of y'all type of niggas. And thank you for making Dipset. You're a god. And fuck you, by the way. And I got on my $2 million Dipset belt as I tweet."
Yeah, that's why I asked him, like, because you know I usually handle stuff like this. This is why I'm asking you. Was this still your son? Because it's my nephew. That's why I'm asking you. What are we doing with this? Do we leave it alone? I'm gonna leave it alone till Mase tells me what I have to do with this. That's all I can say, man. I'm leaving it alone, man.
Here. Okay, so.
All right, y'all. Y'all seen
it.
Y'all seen, man. Mase, speechless. After Cam pretty much hit Kanye with the fatality. I mean, once a man sucks D, I ain't going back and forth. That's a line I'm not willing to cross. And I agree with Cam. I can't even front because Kanye, like I said in this tweet, because he made about 2 or 3 of them, but he'll delete them. He'll make tweets and then he'll delete them. But the ones that Stat was speaking on, you know, you giving them God status, saluting Cam like, you know, you a God for real, but it's still F you at the same time. I'm gonna big you up and insult you at the same time. I mean, man, this is crazy. You know what I mean? Kanye constantly in his own world at this point. But as you can see with Cam, he's like, yo, you know what I mean? Mase, how you want me to handle this situation, man? Because you know how I normally do people, you know what I mean, who come with the disrespect. See, this is why I'm gonna be honest, you know, a lot of people in Cam and Mase's position, you know, they'd be hesitant to give that type of commentary because, you know, you don't want to miss out on that Kanye beat or whatever. That's the problem. Everybody's scared to keep it 100 because they want to keep a relationship intact. And like I said, it's very interesting that Kanye, even though in the midst of his rants and his antics and behavior, he still don't want to go back and forth with Cam. And we see why. For whatever reason, you know, Mase, so speechless, the man said he had to pray. And that's funny. That's hilarious, man. But again, you know, Kanye's worked with a lot of artists. So imagine how many, you know, people, not just fans, but, you know, his peers that's just disappointed in Kanye and his behavior. And last week was just a certain line where he was just like, yo, if you still defending this man and his behavior after all of this time, then, you know, you on an island by yourself. Simple as that. Because even Mase said he got to hop on a flight to go see what's up with Kanye, because it's not making sense, man. All of this for what? Damn. At first, you know, Kanye was able to launch his own brand in a way where it seemed as if it was a success, you know, from an independent standpoint. Doing the shows, he has so much going on, constantly working. And then, you know, now to see him pivot in this direction, I'm just kind of confused as to what's next for Kanye right now. Because if the music isn't generating enough interest from the public, then, you know, what is next? You know what I'm saying? Is it movies? I don't know. Like I said, at this point, everyone's distanced themselves. You know what I mean? The last couple of people that's around, you know, he's with the streamers now. Kanye is just, you know, damn. That's why I said, as much as you want to go in on him, in my 20s, yeah, I would have turned up on him. But the more I understand, you know, our people need grace and trust and believe. I don't tolerate none of the things or support none of the things he said. You know, I'm a person that try to look and try to find, you know, certain valid points in one's argument. You know what I mean? So we can meet in the middle. But with Kanye, it's never enough for you and him. It's just room for him. And that's the thing about it, you know. He got to find a way to get back to just doing what he loves, you know what I mean? And people say he need help, but what does that mean? What does that look like, honestly? Because all we see is just him out here doing what he normally does. You know what I'm saying? But look at this one. Kanye with a backhanded compliment. It's what I'm saying. It's very interesting. And Cam is telling me, it's like, yo, you tell me, what am I supposed to do in this situation? Because you know how I normally address disrespect. He did it right there in a hell of a way. You know, how do you come back from that? And Kanye, like I said, I'm not sure exactly his reason for this, but understand that, yo, at some point, the music just ain't simply enough. You get what I mean? Like, yo, at this point, they'll just listen to the music and not even care about what he's got going on because it's just too much. He all over the place. So, but y'all let me know, man. What are your thoughts on Cam and his comments, you know, going in? And he really, you know, took it light on Ye. But it was really Mase and his reaction of not having nothing to say is what's interesting because it's nothing you can say to defend Ye and his actions. Like I said, I'm curious to know, what are your thoughts on this back and forth with Ye and Cam and Mase? Again, do you agree with Kanye and his actions? Do you agree with Cam and Mase take? Let me know your thoughts because, again, Kanye, like I said, he's at a point where now people are just, they done with him, man. But again, y'all let me know, what are your thoughts down in the comment section below. But again, that's all I got for y'all today. My name is Sensei Rip. Till next time. Peace. Salute world, I need y'all to do me a favor right quick and tap into the homie Grand Finale's latest video titled Sidelines. Okay, the full video is available on his YouTube channel. However, I'm about to bless y'all with a quick teaser. Okay, if you like what you hear, make sure to head on over to his channel and leave a comment. All right, and make sure to tell him that Rip sent you. Okay, run them numbers up. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.
Upon the world before you dearly depart. Let the world go by. Let the world go by, and it'll all be just fine.
Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also hit that notification bell to get the latest on hip-hop, sports, comedy, whatever. All right, we got you covered over here at Forgotten Kings TV, and also click on one of these videos, okay? All right, y'all.